Well, apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get this broadcast underway. A couple of technical difficulties here, but we're here with the Highline Racing League from Dover Motor Speedway. The Monster Mile is going to be a tough one for these drivers for sure. Sunny day here in Dover, and it's going to be one here at a concrete track. Not many left in the NASCAR circuit. Let's get a look at the grid. So here is the starting grid, and the inside lane is Austin Bloom, followed by Terry Brooks, Tyler Snyder, Junior Houston, Dylan Poteet, Connor Holden, Tyler Rush, Dalter Biber, Kenny Brooks, and Jacob Holm is your top 10. Moving on, got Andy Siegel, Dylan Wedgwood, Ty Smith, Cody Buzzard, Dylan Body, Mitchell Dreher, Dustin Hitz, Adam Boss, Roberto Ramirez, and John Peterson to round out your top 20, and those of who didn't qualify. Well, we've got an interesting broadcast here tonight as we get ready to go green here. It's going to be a fun one for sure because Dover brings a lot of exciting racing. I am very, very happy to be here right now. Finally, with tech issues sorted out and done away, we're getting ready to go green here from Dover, and we're green in the Highline Racing League. First lap under the books here, and we've already got some moves between Tyler Snyder. He takes the lead over Cody Buzzard, who drops to second. Dylan Poteet moves his way up to third. Oh, no, sorry, I apologize. Austin Bloom is in the lead. Terry Brooks just behind him. Junior Houston, J.R. Houston now takes that third spot as well. Tyler J. Snyder in that fourth position. Then it's Connor Holden in fifth, and Dylan Poteet in sixth. Dover's one of those tracks, it's a self-cleaning racetrack, meaning when we do get wrecks, they're all going to funnel their way back down to the bottom. It'll be interesting to see what type of action we see here from the Monster Mile right now. Looking at Tyler J. Snyder in that 87 machine as he makes his way around our leader, Austin Bloom, in that 3 machine. Yeah, he takes the lead. And so this racing so far has been good. A lot of single file action. The rest of the field has more or less kind of slotted in line. As we scan through here, the rest of the field, some moves being made. Tyler J. Snyder moves past J.R. Houston in the 20 machine. He'll make his way up into that third position. Terry Brooks following just behind our leader, Austin Bloom, and the rest of this field all within a good chunk or so. Roberto Ramirez, looking to be our first lap car of the race, had some trouble at the start, as did we in the broadcast when we sorted it out, but now Austin Bloom is going to have to deal with our lap car. Roberto Ramirez not looking to get in the way of our leaders here as we cross the line. We're on lap 7 of 90 here from the Monster Mile, Dover Motor Speedway. 90 miles here tonight. Sure to be a good one because these guys really haven't driven at such a high-banked, self-cleaning racetrack like Dover. And it really is going to show here who can not only save the tires and who can really try and have a deep connection with man and machine as their truck has to go 90 miles here. That's not something to be, mistaken. So these guys put on an excellent show at Daytona a couple weeks ago, and now going through some storylines here. We have a race suspension for Ryan Potter at Daytona due to the incident between him and Caleb Morrissey. And during the start, we had an EOL penalty for Scott Puckett for contact under the last yellow. And we have some other storylines as well, both positive of note. Last season's champion Terry Brooks is set to make his Season 3 debut tonight. Miss Daytona, and it's interesting to see him make his first start here in the second race, a challenging track, Dover. And the Highline Racing League has not run Dover in the trucks. So who could be the first to befriend the Monster Mile here in Dover? And it is, Dover, Delaware, small state, so smaller track, but Dover has a lot to unpack and it has a lot to bring because of the way that it drives and a lot of the way that it races as well. It's interesting for these guys to have to push here, and it's our first race here with Dover in the trucks. A lot of single file action, completely different to what we saw between the double file and even almost triple file action we saw from Daytona. Really good race as well. Really have to say that these guys put on a great show. Looking from the drone cam as well, our leader. And we've got some action here in the back. Battle for about the 20th spot between the 98 Dustin Hitz and Dylan J. Body. 98s of Dustin will try and take out that spot over Body, but he'll fight back on that bottom side lane, getting a good view of it here as the 98 looks to clear, and he is, but Body will try and send it back on the inside. Now he'll touch the apron, and the 98 will be clear off of turn number 2, and he'll take that spot, and he'll move up to 19th. Austin Bloom still in the lead, has led almost every single lap here from Dover so far, but Terry Brooks looks to be catching him in that number 23 machine. He is just on his bumper. I mean, he is closing in rapidly. Number 23 machine looking to get another, Terry Brooks actually, Season 3 champion, making his first start tonight. He looks to befriend Miles the Monster here in Dover, Delaware. And he looks to go to the race lead. He looks for a move. He's not yet clear. He's going to dive his nose to the inside, and he's going to send it slide job on our leader, and Terry Brooks takes the lead, the Season 3 champion, out front here at Dover. And what an amazing move that was to be able to slide up right in front of him, do a slide job. And that's one of the ways you have to pass here at Dover because of how not really single-laned it is, but with how controlling one lane can be. You really have to make your move, and you have to make it decisively. And that's exactly what past champion Terry Brooks did as he takes the lead over Austin Bloom, who now is in the clutches of Tyler J. Snyder with J.R. Houston looking back in tow. We've got some moves here in the back as well. The other 3 truck as well. And we have a yellow on the racetrack trouble here as we've got a wreck. And that looks to be the 45. So the 45 of Mitchell Dreyer looks to be involved in that one. Going to get an instant replay to see what happened here. 45 looks to be involved. He goes through 1 and 2 just fine. Couple of cars in front of him. He gets collected in an incident there with the 14, spins around and loses the front bumper clip. And we mentioned here from Dover that it's a self-cleaning racetrack. That is to be expected. As everyone files down, he gets his front bumper back, but he loses that left front fender. So, the 45 of Mitchell Dreyer involved in that one, as the Choose V goes out onto the racetrack. Getting ready to make a choose as people decide to come down pit road. And that was a pretty harsh incident. We're seeing and getting ready to see some great battles for the lead. And that's something to be expected here from Dover. It's a self-cleaning racetrack, a mile in length, a lot of close, tight action there, especially the high banks here. 2 tracks with high banking. And that is to be expected. A couple people involved in that one. And as the pace car now comes back out on the track, going to stack them up again. And, you know, it's interesting that some of these guys, were really looking forward to tonight, and they may have gotten involved and wrecked in that caution. Certainly is something that a lot of these guys, unfortunate way to start the race on lap 19 coming to 20 as we cross the line. The 20 miles completed. 20 miles completed out of 90. And we're coming to about a third of the way through this race already. Fast one to go by right now. And, you know, for some of these guys who wanted to conquer Dover early on, it doesn't look like it's going to be pretty. Getting on board with the pace car. And it's going to be a tough one here from Dover. We've got hot track temps and everything in the liking. So these guys really have to make sure that tire saving is going to be a key thing in this race. You know, being able to conserve not only the right front, but that right rear is going to be a crucial part in order to make your way from the front. And that's what we could have seen. You know, we could have seen that out of our leader. And, you know, that's what made him fall back. And now it is unfortunate that he finds himself, you know, back in that second position. But a lot of this front pack here is able to get away from it scot-free. Choose V in action. Adam Boss is our Choose V. And he made a mention of a note that, like the rest of these guys, he doesn't have a lot of a chance to get back. And they don't want to destroy the Choose V, as the caution is extended by one lap. Choose V is going to make its way back down to pit road. Our leader in Terry Brooks, Season 3 champion, now makes his debut here tonight over the Monster Mile. And it's been an exciting start so far. A lot of these guys, if you've just joined us now, we had a caution on lap 18. And down goes the pace car, ready for the start. Choose V enters pit road as well. As we're looking at Barney the Flagman for the green flag to drop here from Dover, and it's the second restart from Dover Motor Speedway. We're green again at the Highline Racing League. Terry Brooks off to a great start, as now he gets past, or Tyler J. Snyder gets past Austin Bloom, the man in third. So we saw a lot of interesting things happen, especially with those, as when it comes to cautions, we had one early. Lap 18 had a wreck in the back, as we've got moves here in the back. J.R. Houston tries to make a move on Austin Bloom, who's been falling back ever since he had the lead early on in the Oreos and Big Newton's car. Two sort of conglomerates go at each other, McDonald's and Oreos, one a snack company, and one a staple of the American fast food industry for a good chunk of the last 80 years. And so he'll make the move, and now that opens up the door for Connor Holden in the number 81 machine. And once you get stuck on that top side lane, and even that second lane at Dover, it's really hard to try and make your move. You have to focus on your exit, and that's exactly what Austin Bloom did. Retake that spot. But now Kenny Brooks there, and the 3 as well. He makes his move around the outside. Look at that. And he's able to get the move done. Dylan Poteet as well under fire from the 72. People were stacking up. This has been an exciting first restart. These guys were not this active on the racetrack originally. So we focus on our leader again. Terry Brooks off to a great start here from Dover. And in his debut, he comes back strong. Just past Tyler J. Snyder with about a tenth or so remaining as Dylan Body makes the move on the 43 of John Peterson. Cody Buzzard as well. Andy Siegel getting passed by the number 41 machine, Connor Holden, under fire from the 72 as well. So a lot of mixing up here as these guys try and get some spots early, because track position at Dover is one of the most important things. And as we see some more moves here back on the pack, the 53 tries to slide up into the 98. That won't work. He'll have to slide in behind Andy Siegel again, but here comes the 14. Dylan Wedgwood. As he'll slot to the inside of Derek Fowler. That's the number 53 machine, and battling in the back as well, Scott Puckett getting moved on as well. And here is the closest battle on the racetrack. Dylan Wedgwood wanting to make that move on the 53. The 53 is going to get that run out of the corner. They're going to be dead even going into turns 3 and 4. Top side lane looking to just not have enough momentum, and Dylan Wedgwood will clear off the corner. And now the 53 has a battle there from the 18. He'll send it in, and these guys are getting racy on lap 31. We didn't see this early on. We're seeing it now as the 18 gets loose. Still trying to make that move on the 53, and you can see as well on the left side of your screen, it's 98 and the 16 of Andy Siegel and Dustin going at it as well. As the 18 falls in behind Dylan Wedgwood, but Dylan Wedgwood now tries to make his move. That's Ty Smith in the 18. As Dylan Wedgwood now tried to make a move on the 98. Didn't look like it was going to happen now. Connor Holden leads these two, and the 16 gets tagged, and he's going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Andy Siegel forced down to the bottom, out of harm's way. No caution. Looking back at our leader, Terry Brooks has so far opened up the most commanding lead we've seen today. About a half of a second lead over Tyler J. Snyder, J.R. Houston in tow as well. That 20 machine, we've seen a lot of mid-pack racing with these guys. They sort of toned it down. Not a lot of racing in this group as we saw them earlier. As Austin Bloom gets passed again by that 41 machine of Roberto Ramirez. Had trouble on the start, moved his way all the way up to 5th. So hard charger, especially for the 41 machine. As he was able to chuck his way up through the racetrack. Let's get a good onboard view here from Tyler Rush. As he looks to be in the middle of this battle here as well as J.R. Houston is looking to get a pass on the 87 now. As he'll go side by side off the corner. Oh, and he'll squeeze right in. Tyler Rush in that number 72 machine. Trying to squeeze in as well. Good view here. From the back of Roberto Ramirez. J.R. Houston now. Passed by the 72 machine. Tried to make a move on Tyler Rush. Wasn't able to make it. Dylan Poteet now struggling on that top side lane. Able to get passed by Wedgwood and Co. And so these guys making moves as Dylan Poteet is clutching. You could hear that Dylan Poteet is clutching to save gas. So, taking a look at our leaders here.